Lewis Hamilton's time at Ferrari has already been filled with a mix of excitement, challenges, and now a surprising crash during testing. Even though the seven-time world champion has only just begun his journey with the Scuderia, his early steps are already shaping the way the team prepares for the 2025 season. Recently, Hamilton has been busy testing Ferrari machinery, trying to understand the car's characteristics and give useful feedback to the engineers in Maranello. However, during one of these crucial sessions in Barcelona, he suffered a crash while driving the SF-23. Although the crash was not severe, it drew a lot of attention from fans and experts alike, raising many questions about what it means for Ferrari moving forward. The test in Barcelona was not part of the regular racing season, and the car Hamilton was driving, the SF-23, was from the 2023 season. This means the car is no longer actively used in competition, but still serves an important role for testing purposes. The purpose of these tests was simple: help Hamilton adapt to Ferrari's working environment and understand how the previous car behaved so that he could better prepare for the SF-25, Ferrari's car for the 2025 season. But even though the SF-23 isn't Ferrari's latest model, the data and feedback collected from these tests still play a valuable role in shaping future development. Hamilton's crash occurred during a morning session, and it happened while he was pushing the SF-23 to its limits. Fortunately, the damage to the car was not serious, and more importantly, Hamilton himself was uninjured. The crash has been seen by some as just a small incident, a part of the natural process of testing, especially when a driver is trying to understand a new car and explore its boundaries. Hamilton, known for his aggressive and fearless driving style, has always believed that to find the true potential of a car, one must be willing to push it right up to the edge. Ferrari team principal Frédéric Vasseur also responded calmly to the situation. He said that he wasn't worried about the crash at all, and that it was expected to some extent given how quickly Ferrari has been moving to help Hamilton adapt. According to Vasseur, Hamilton is no ordinary driver. With nearly 2 decades of Formula One experience, he has seen various changes in the sport and has successfully adapted to different cars and regulations over the years. Vasseur emphasized that the team was fully confident in Hamilton's ability to handle this transition and bring valuable input to the team's development efforts. Before the crash in Barcelona, Hamilton had already completed 30 laps during an exploratory test in Fiorano. These tests are part of a broader plan to get Hamilton up to speed with how Ferrari operates and to allow him to familiarize himself with different Ferrari cars. The crash didn't affect this plan too much. In fact, Hamilton is already focusing on the next phase of his testing program, which involves driving the SF-24, Ferrari's car for the 2024 season. This step is expected to be more structured and will help the team gather critical data before Hamilton gets his hands on the SF-25, the car he will race in 2025. One of the positive aspects of this whole situation is that Hamilton did not crash the SF-24. That car is going to be extremely important for Ferrari's testing program, and the team needs every bit of data it can collect from it. Hamilton crashing the older SF-23 instead has actually been seen as a kind of silver lining. It allowed him to push and experiment without damaging a car that will play a key role in Ferrari's preparations for the upcoming season. Hamilton's willingness to push the car to its limits is seen by many as a sign of his deep commitment to Ferrari's future. He is not simply joining the team for the sake of change. He has made it clear that he wants to help Ferrari return to the top of Formula One. His approach to testing and car development reflects that. He pays close attention to every detail and gives precise feedback. This has been his style since his early days in racing, and it hasn't changed. Hamilton himself explained that he takes notes after every single session, a habit that helps him remember key details and continue improving. This kind of preparation and attention is exactly what Ferrari needs as they try to build a winning car. Despite the crash, Hamilton's presence at Ferrari has been welcomed by the team, especially the engineers and technical staff. People working in Maranello, including Enrico Cardile, see his arrival as a big positive. His knowledge, experience, and work ethic are all seen as valuable assets that can help Ferrari grow stronger. However, Not everyone in the Formula One world is fully convinced. Ralf Schumacher, brother of Michael Schumacher, has expressed doubts about whether Hamilton can quickly adapt to Ferrari's cars. He pointed out that Hamilton struggled in recent years with Mercedes, particularly under the new regulations introduced in 2022. According to Schumacher, Hamilton's age and driving style might make the adaptation more difficult. Schumacher also mentioned that Hamilton's struggles at Mercedes in 2023 were partly due to braking issues. Modern Formula One cars are heavier and have different levels of mechanical grip. They also require drivers to brake earlier and more carefully, compared to previous years. Hamilton, who has always been known for his ability to brake late and dive into corners aggressively, had to change his style in the last few seasons. These changes take time, and they can affect a driver's performance. Schumacher's comments suggest that even someone as experienced as Hamilton may find it difficult to fully adapt to Ferrari's cars unless he is willing to change his habits. But Hamilton is not ignoring these concerns. In fact, he is already making changes to the car's cockpit and pedal setup to better suit his preferences. This shows that he is serious about doing everything he can to improve his comfort and performance in the car. These small adjustments can make a big difference when it comes to lap times and driving confidence. While the SF-23 may not be the car he races in, understanding its behavior helps him prepare for the SF-25. Every bit of knowledge gathered now can help shape the design and setup of the car that Ferrari hopes will bring them back to championship contention. The crash in Barcelona may have disrupted Charles Leclerc's testing schedule slightly, but it didn't cause major problems. Leclerc already has plenty of experience with the SF-23, and Ferrari isn't losing out on vital information. Still, every test and every lap counts when preparing for a new season. That's why Ferrari is treating every session seriously, even if it involves older cars. They know that hidden strengths and weaknesses can sometimes only be discovered when drivers are willing to push hard, even at the risk of a mistake. Hamilton's incident can be compared to another recent crash by Andrea Kimi Antonelli, who was testing the Mercedes W15 at Monza in 2024. Like Hamilton, Antonelli was trying to find the limits of the car and ended up making a mistake. These things happen when teams are in the early stages of development and testing. Ferrari made a strategic choice to fast-track Hamilton's adaptation by putting him straight into real car testing instead of spending too much time in the simulator. This is partly because Hamilton has never been a huge fan of simulator work, and also because he missed out on post-season testing with the SF-24 in Abu Dhabi after Mercedes chose not to release him early. That decision by Mercedes may have delayed Hamilton's learning curve slightly, but Ferrari is doing everything they can to make up for lost time. Looking ahead, Hamilton's next big test will be driving the SF-24. After that, he'll get his first chance to test the SF-25 starting February 19th in Fiorano, followed by 3 days of official pre-season testing in Bahrain beginning February 26th. These upcoming sessions will be crucial for understanding how Ferrari's new car performs and where improvements are needed. It will also be a chance for Hamilton to fully connect with the team and the machine that he hopes will carry him to another championship. Ferrari is building the SF-25 from the ground up, with less than 1% of its components being carried over from the 2024 car. This means it's a completely fresh start for the team. Vasseur explained that this is the same challenge facing all teams.